Chelsea visit the Emirates on Sunday. Chelsea looking to build on their opening.
You okay, Steve?
4-1.
Arsenal 4-1 to win.
Oh my goodness.
Are you surprised?
Very surprised.
4-1 and they're at home. Wow.
Very, very, very speechless is Stevie. Now Lukaku is available for the game.
Lukaku!
He's fully fit.
Oh, the roads are getting better.
Will we see him, Jules? You've given us a possible Chelsea starting 11 for the game.
Yeah, I think he will start. Thomas Tuchel said in his press conference today it's likely. I think in other terms, I mean, yes, he will start. He's been training really well. He's ready to go. There's no reason why he would not start that game. So Lukaku will be up front there with the number 9 shirt as well, which I think he really, really, really wanted. And then behind that, we know that Pulisic tested positive for COVID, so he's out. I think Mason Mount and Kai Havertz, who was only on the bench against Crystal Palace on the first game of the season because he played the whole game in the Super Cup final, will come back into the team and play just behind Lukaku.
Stevie, what do you think is going to happen to Arsenal with Lukaku in this Chelsea team?
Goals, goals and goals. I'm sorry, and I can understand. I'm shocked. 4-1. You're at Arsenal. You're at Arsenal Football Club and you're at home. Against anybody, you shouldn't have odds of 4-1 to win the game. That tells you how bad they are. It tells you how bad everybody thinks they are. And I'll tell you what, if somehow the players don't realise how bad they are as well, that's the only chance they got. Because, I'm sorry, whether Lukaku plays or Werner played, I don't see how Arsenal get anything from this game whatsoever.
What are you expecting to see this Sunday, Frank?
Well, you know, if everybody thinks it's that given, you know, I have so much respect to the Premier League that I know that you cannot be sure to win. If Chelsea does the job, if Chelsea works hard and plays how they should play, I think they're going to win. But otherwise, if you don't respect the Gunners, you can have bad surprises. But otherwise, you know, after what we saw against Brentford, there is no way that Arsenal can cope with Chelsea playing at 100%.
And what we did see at Brentford, Arteta says he was forced into late changes to his lineup due to positive COVID tests for Aubameyang, Lacazette, Willian and others. So he's been saying pretty much that must have gone against them too.
Yeah. I suppose that if you're a manager and you're in game 1 against Brentford and it goes the way that it did, you start to reach for explanations, because as Stevie and I were discussing prior to doing this segment, they play Chelsea this week, Manchester City next week. You lost to Brentford already. Assuming that things don't go your way against Chelsea, and then you have to play Manchester City, you may be 0-3 and you don't even know what to do. So, if you're Arteta, you have no choice but to say, hey, guys, it's COVID, it's injuries, it's problems, it's issues. You're already building up a set of excuses that have to be acceptable so that after game 3, you're not walking out the door. It's self-preservation from Mikel Arteta because he may not be in that job too much longer.
Don't you think, though? Isn't it strange, right? You're trying to dig yourself out a hole by throwing in 3 names, and 2 of those 3 players were really regulars in your side last year. And you're making that as an excuse. And Willian, if Willian was on, if somebody came in for Willian tomorrow, they would let him go in a heartbeat. So don't try and talk about Willian. Lacazette, same thing. If somebody came in and offered some money for Lacazette, they would let him go in a heartbeat. So if you're actually saying that your problems against Brentford were because of those 2, I'm sorry, you're in trouble.
Well, they remain doubtful for this weekend against Chelsea. Is there absolutely any hope for Arsenal, Jules?
Well, I mean, hope that players come back. Lacazette,
hope that they can get a result.
Yeah, no, I agree with the boys. That's difficult. I mean, Arsenal has has won against Chelsea the last 3 games. Remember the freak result last season at the Bridge where Smith Rowe scored on that big mistake by Jorginho, and then Chelsea had all those chances, could not score. We remember the game on Boxing Day at the Emirates. That really sort of turned a little bit the season for Arsenal because they were in a really bad position and shape before that 3-1 win at Emirates, and they had that very good first half hour, really. So it's not impossible, I guess, of course, like Frank was saying, but when you see the form that Chelsea showed against Crystal Palace, but even before that, I was at the friendly game that they had at the beginning of August where Chelsea won and they were far superior, and that was only a friendly match. So I expect Chelsea to win this one, and even if Arsenal have the new signings, and by the way, let's not forget Arsenal have spent the most money so far this summer in all of the Premier League clubs, more than Chelsea, more than City, more than United, more than everybody else. And yet you see them and you see the team that Arteta will pick for the game on Sunday, and you know this is going to be second best compared to Chelsea.
Yeah, Stevie, very pessimistic about Arsenal on last night's show too. But a reminder that Extra Time is available daily on our YouTube channel. On today's edition, we'll have Ale, we'll have Stevie, we'll have Jules as well.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.